Officer Brandon Phillips. I'm a school resource officer assigned to Iao Intermediate School. So I was born and raised here on Maui. I grew up in Wailuku. I went to all the Wailuku schools. I went to Wailuku L, Iao Intermediate School, and Baldwin High School. After graduating, I went to college at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Graduated from there. Then I spent 4 years in the Army. Deployed once to Iraq. After that, I got out as a captain and then came home because I wanted to come back home. Basically, that was kind of the plan all along. When I got out of the Army, I decided that being a police officer was probably something I'd really want to do. I liked being able to serve, being able to help people. So I was lucky enough to get in the department right after I got out of the Army. Transitioned to being a police officer, been doing it ever since. Some assignments I had in the department was first assigned to the Lahaina Patrol Division. Then I served in Lanai for a few years and then came back and was assigned to the Wailuku Patrol Division. And then got lucky enough to get a spot as a school resource officer. Well, I only wanted to be a police officer really here on Maui. You know, it's where I grew up. I care about Maui. I want to see Maui thrive. I don't want to see Maui go down the wrong, path, so to speak. And I always thought, being a police officer, you can kind of make a difference right at the point of contact. As soon as something happens, you can make a difference with people's lives. So that really interested me. I knew that I didn't mind being in certain types of situations from being in the military. It didn't seem to bother me too much, so I figured that why not try out being a police officer back home. Favorite part of the job? My job right now, definitely being at the school, being around the kids, trying to make a difference with them every single day. It's a great opportunity. It's an opportunity we don't get often when we're working patrol assignments and stuff like that. I think investing in our youth is the best thing we can do as both a department and as a community. So a school resource officer is basically an officer assigned to an individual school in our case. They mainly wear 3 hats while they're at the school. They're going to be an educator, they're going to be a mentor / informal counselor, and then lastly, they're going to be a law enforcement officer. And I say lastly because we want to resort to having to wear that hat as kind of like the last resort. We want to be there for the kids to make sure that they get on the right path and stay on the right path before anything goes bad in their lives. Being at the school every day, we kind of have a chance to mold the kids a little bit, let them know that police officers are there to help them, not hurt them. So MPAL is the Maui Police Activities League. So it's basically a youth organization, nonprofit that we run to as a department. We run to basically provide athletic opportunities for the kids in a lot of different sports that they normally wouldn't. So for this instance, we're running the flag football program this month. And for these kids, it's a lot of, it's their time to kind of be able to play a sport that normally they wouldn't be able to play at this age and stuff like that. I've been trying to volunteer for MPAL for the past 2 to 3 years, I'd say. Ever since I got in juvenile, and then as a section, we kind of started heading up the football league portion of it. Officer Laga, who's another SRO, he's the SRO at Baldwin High School, he's kind of the commissioner. So we see how much time and effort he puts into it, and it makes us want to devote as much time as we can and volunteer with him. So I would say the coaches spend between games and practices, they could spend, upwards of like 10 hours a week with the kids. And the coaches do so much more than just show up to practice, go through some plays, and then coach them during the games. Our coaches take the kids home, pick the kids up, they've even bought kids cleats that couldn't afford it and stuff like that. So the coaches are really the ones that make a lot more of a difference. I just come out and make sure that I can help out a little bit, and refereeing is the best way for me to do that. I think the rapport that we build with the kids, and seeing how it lasts throughout their life, as some of the students that I first had when I was at EO are now almost graduating. I think that's going to pay dividends down the road for us in general as a society and as a department, because for those people to know that when they become adults and stuff, that they go to police for help, and that there's certain morals that we try to instill in them as SROs every day that we're there. So I think we're going to raise healthy, productive young adults the more we invest in the kids. Anybody with the right heart, the right mindset can be a police officer. Especially here at Maui, we need people that care about the community and want to keep the community the way it is, because there's a reason that everyone wants to move here, visit here, live here. So we need good people, and a lot of these kids have good hearts, and we just got to keep them on the right path, and any of them can be a police officer. Being a police officer in Maui is a great thing. I would highly recommend it for anybody, and if you guys would like to support the Maui Police Activities League, we do have a teen expo that we usually run in the summers to fundraise for it. So we're always looking for sponsors and volunteers for that.